Hey, it's Dr. 𝗟𝗓𝗏. Welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest, where we are going to hopefully help you clear the chaos. But I'm not talking about the kind of chaos we talked about before. Before we get into the topic, would love for you to subscribe to the channel wherever you are, and perhaps the notification bell in case you would like to be notified every time I do a new video. So our topic is not just about the chaos we talked about before in other Spiritual Medicine Digest, where it's like, hey, you're going from one frequency to the next, and during that transition, there is supposed to be chaos. So like the sands dancing on the cymatics plate, when they increase the frequency, the beautiful geometric structures of the sand actually shift and change for this higher frequency, and then it becomes another beautiful geometric structure, but in between there's chaos. We're actually not talking about that chaos. So the chaos we're talking about today is more, for lack of a better term, dimensional. So dimensional kinds of chaos. So imagine in TOLPAKAN healing, we talk about various bodies. So physical body, obvious, right? What that is. And you've probably heard of the mental body, the emotional body, and perhaps the spiritual body. There actually is a dimensional body as well. Energetic, dimensional, mental, emotional, and physical. Now, the dimensional body is a lot more challenging to explain, at least in a few minutes. So let's just say that it is part of our multi-dimensional form, and the dimensional chaos that is currently happening for many of us, if not all of us, is the chaos that that abounds between and among our dimensional bodies, like all dimensions, time, space, that kind of thing. And so that instability can potentially cause some issues, problems. You may have noticed lately there's a lot of stuff clearing right now, which is fantastic, but it can be incredibly stressful if you don't really know that that's what's happening. Old stuff, betrayals, childhood stuff, all the stuff is like blah, 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 is coming up for clearing. Now, all of our bodies interact with each other, so it's not in isolation. So our dimensional bodies, as we interact with each other, can feel or be somewhat chaotic. So what we want to do today is see if we can stabilize some of that dimensional chaos. And perhaps you may notice something shifting in your life that you feel a little bit more stable, maybe more able to handle whatever the outside world is, bringing to you, or even your inside world, whatever's healing. Perhaps it will feel a little bit easier. So I'd love for your feedback. Let's go ahead and do a TOLPAKAN healing activation. If you'd like to receive this mini healing, you can just make that intention. Let's all go into the 0 point field together. I like to do it through stillness, through observing internal movement. We start with rubbing our hands together, if it's safe for you to do so. Don't do this while driving. And then relax, close your eyes, feel the energy of your hands. So focus there, feel it, and follow the flow wherever it goes. And just observe your body. Just observe the feeling and the focus and the frequency, if you will, of that energy running in the body. So we're entering the 0 point field because we are being in the now, being in our bodies, totally embodied. So I will speak some TOLPAKAN healing activation statements, and you just pay attention to your body to see if it shifts or feels different. Here we go. I now command that all of our dimensional selves be brought to a greater sense of harmony and stability in the highest and best way, all directions of time and all realities where we exist individually and collectively for the highest and greatest good in the highest and best way. Thank you. Let's go ahead and restabilize our own resonant energy field as well individually. So let's do that next. I now command that our resonant energy field stability be optimized, maximized with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way, all timelines where we exist. Thank you. So just take a breath in and a breath out just to kind of settle that energy, ground it, integrate it into your form. And then if your eyes are closed, you can certainly open them. And let me know in the comments what that felt like for you. I love getting your comments on that, and it certainly gives me ideas as well that I can kind of pull from source and see what else we can do for you. So, oh, and by the way, if you are just joining me partway through, whatever, Would love for you not just to comment, but also share with me or us what other observations, did you notice? So let's do a few announcements. Now, I'm super excited for Monday's podcast. It is an airing of the podcast between me and Richard L. Haight of the book, The Warrior Meditation. And what's really cool, there's a lot of parallels between my process, Stillness Through Observing Internal Movement, and 𝗟𝗏 360, and Richard's amazing warrior meditation. He calls it the Total Embodiment Method. So we had a fantastic time talking about that. That is the optimal and ultimate, I believe, of true meditation. And we're going to talk about how that contrasts with what we normally consider regular, sitting meditation. And he's actually going to teach us how to do vagal breathing. Just make sure you're not driving. And for very, very quick shift from that beta brainwave state to that alpha, more relaxed state. So he's going to actually demonstrate it. We're going to do it together. So definitely be on that call. So 12 noon Monday, we're going to air that episode. I hope you love it as much as I did. And I'm excited to hear what you think. Now, we have some upcoming events. So if you're getting this on Friday, then tomorrow, Saturday, okay, the 18th, we actually have a beautiful and wonderful training with my good friend Keith Leon S., who's also my publisher and former coach. So it's called Silence That Voice in Your Head workshop. So sometimes there is a voice in our heads that goes, you're not good enough, that isn't, you are not enough, you're not loved, all that kind of stuff. And we don't even know sometimes that it's there, but it's running in the background. And there is a beautiful method that he has taught, and many, many, many people have done it, that we can shift that in 21 days dramatically. So I'd love for you, the 21 days, 31 days, I can't remember, love for you to be there. It's actually absolutely free for the Light Medicine community to attend. So we have it in the Light Medicine community calendar. Also, we'll post the information below this video. So I'd love for you to be there live at 2 p.m. on Saturday, tomorrow. And then in case you missed Thursday's class on simple stress solutions, 3 minutes to feeling more calm, clear and connected, there is a replay because of the sensitive nature of the wellness stuff that we're talking about, censorship and all. We are housing that specifically in the Light Medicine community only as a replay. You're not going to find that replay elsewhere. So if you're not part of the community, there's a link below that you can join. We're looking for high vibrational people who really love healing, health, natural health, are very open to esoteric spiritual things. So if that's you, then would love for you to join, and we will put that replay, or we have put that replay in the Light Medicine community. So check that out. That is definitely a must watch. The Ascension 3 store was open for 2 weeks, and it actually is closing. So we are going to be in fulfillment the next week, sending as much as we can so that if you're in North America, you can get it before Christmas. Yes. So there's a lot of things on sale and some new things as well. We've highlighted, definitely get enough 3R formula. Okay, the drops in America, if you're able to get the drops, or the band, right? Because of the winter months. Let's just put it that way. Yes, that would be really helpful and supportive to have the 3R formula on hand, and pretty good for gifts as well if you want to go through that. Now we do have some special things coming up for you, but I'm going to talk about that next week. So thank you so much for joining me for the Spiritual Medicine Digest. Let me know how the activation felt for you, and I look forward to seeing you next week and also seeing you in the Light Medicine community. Big love to you. Bye for now.